Hey everybody, Mark Spector Comics, and I'm back. This time, I'm going to be talking about my 2025 goals. Goals for the channel, comic books I'm hunting, and just all around, things that I want to be looking forward to in 2025. If you're interested in hearing about what I plan on doing for 2025, stay tuned for that intro. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification when I do put out some content, you get it in a timely fashion. So, as you saw in the intro, I'm going to be talking about my 2025 goals. I'm going to talk about, what I want to do for my channel, what I want to do personally, what I want to do for comic book hunting. So let's just get right into it. We'll talk a little bit about the channel first, and then about books, and then, about the community. This was pretty much sparked upon by Alex Big Blue. Shout out to my boy Alex Big Blue. He made a video in January, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. He talks about his 2025 goals, and a bunch of you guys in the community have already made videos. I'm making this video in February. Sorry, I've been a little busy. Can't, make content all the time, but I try to make some content when I can. So I like to obviously drop some news when it comes out, obviously time bearing, because I'm not going to be making a video on my channel a week later after something, is breaking news. So, so it's obviously time bearing. But going back to the channel, specifically, I'm going to give you, the transparency. I always like to try to be a little transparent on the channel as much as I can. Talk about the channel growth, and then what I want to do, going forward. So let's get right into it. Oh, this way. Yep. Channel analytics. Mind you, I'm doing this February 5th. Sorry, February 3rd. What's today's date? February 4th. Sorry. When I'm recording this, and it does last 365 days. It doesn't do like year to year, which is kind of a bummer. If I show you here on the drop down, as I said. Oh, actually, sorry, my bad. It does do 2024. So let's filter that out real quick. So let's do that, and you get a better picture of how the channel did, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. All right, so my videos got 9,351 views in 2024. Not that great, in my opinion. Got 407 watch hours, which is 21% less than the previous year. I got 43% less views in 2024 than comparatively to 2023. And I added 54 new subscribers to the channel in 2024, which is 62% less than December 31st, 2022 to 31/2023. There you go. Currently at 1,117 subscribers. This is as of right now, and in the last 48 hours, I've gotten 46 views from some of my most recent videos. Like I said, I talked a little bit about the tariffs right there. This is from current. Obviously, this does not tally into 2024. And then just scrolling down, some of my most watched videos of 2024. Actually, purchasing my small comic book collection, a first comic book collection, is my top viewed video of 2024. Got 1,960 views. And this was a good one. This is not a first printing. This is what in reference to the TMNT #1 first printing. That was a third printing, mislabeled during the auction. That actually got a little bit of traction. Now, when I say a little bit of traction, this is for a channel that has 1,000 subscribers. I did not gain many subscribers. You think like usually when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you get that traction, and a lot of people do. But in my case, I just didn't. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't make enough videos. Maybe I didn't do any lives. Maybe I didn't do a balance. I did 0 lives in 2024. Just not a fan of them. You know, for me on my channel to do lives, there's always, I feel like there's always technical issues and so forth. I don't know. Maybe I got to loosen up a little bit and just do some lives, just hanging out and whatever. We'll see. And it doesn't say how many videos I made in 2024, but yeah, just looking through it, you know, the channel itself did not get a lot of growth. Honestly, since I've been at 1,000 subscribers, I have not had a lot of growth. But that is, you know, that is how it is on my channel. So if you guys have any comments, opinions on how I can make the channel grow, I'm all ears. I am always open to criticism. I'm always willing to learn to see what I can do to make the channel better. I'm still having fun. This is not a sticky goose video where I'm going to be, you know, calling it quits. Oh man, you know, talking about sticky goose, you know, I felt bad that he got pressured into, you know, and basically all that harassment that he got in 2024 and in 2023. That got him ultimately to cancel his channel. It's too bad. I did like some of his content, even though I didn't always agree with him. But I could have easily done a ton of drama videos and gotten the views, but I'm not always into that. You know, sometimes it gets a little dramatic, and I talk about something that's hot or potentially controversial. But you know, to bash other channels like that, I just, you know, especially his channel that got a lot of negativity, I wasn't really into that, so I didn't do it. But yeah, you know, I feel bad that he it seems pretty, you know, genuine that he's going to be quitting YouTube. But yeah, so and as for the channel going back, I just sidetracked on that. I am not monetized. Obviously, I do not have enough views. At one point, I was close. I was at like 3,000 watched hours. You know, just from not making enough content, I've lost a lot of watched hours. It's for you guys who are not aware. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, you also have to have. At the time, it was 3,000 watched hours. I think they've increased it to 4,000. There's like a weird like loophole where you can get to like 3,000 or something like after a given period. But it's a rotating calendar where you have to get that within 365 days, or it just drops off from your most recent, you know, watched video. And that was kind of part of my problem, is that like sometimes I went wild without making a video, and I just lost watch hours. So I'd like to get to the point where I get, you know, monetized, but if I don't, it's not really a big deal. You know, if I get monetized, it's only going to help you guys out, because I want to give, you know, more books away to you guys, giveaways and stuff like that. So that's one of my goals, is to hopefully get monetized. If not, it's honestly not a big deal. I would like to get the channel to, I think it's reasonable, to 1,500 subscribers. I'm not going to say 2,000 because it's not going to happen. But still stay consistent, you know, try to drop a video a week if possible, maybe a short or two when I can. I still enjoy going out there hunting, going out into new places, antique shops, malls, finding new comic book shops, or like, you know, collectible shops. Sometimes I'll go out and buy like a random pop culture collectible, like a Pokemon cards, because my son's into Pokemon. So like a lot of random stuff like that, because to me it was, you know, it's nostalgic. I grew up with Pokemon, but not comic books. Obviously, if you watched any of my origin stories of how I got into collectibles. But yeah, so that's my channel goals. Personal goals, I would like to get more out into doing some more comic book shows, meeting new comic book creators, or just like, you know, fans of the channel that I've talked to but have never met personally. Same with Instagram. You know, meeting more content creators when I can. There's a comic book show coming up next week, the 3 Men in the Basement Massachusetts Comic Book Crawl. I think I'm going to be able to go to the tail end of that while I'm coming back up to Vermont. So that'd be fun. That's kind of like my personal goals. And then the comic book goals specifically. So if you watched my channel before, I don't really do like want lists. I stopped doing that maybe 3-4 years ago when I was hunting for my personal grail, which was Werewolf by Night 32. I got that years ago. I was very happy, even though I vastly overpaid for it during the comic boom, which is fine. You know, I still have the book. It's my personal grail. Maybe one day I'll like to upgrade it because now the prices are down. So I guess you can call that like a gold book. But for me to trade that up, I would have to ultimately sell the current book at a loss, which would hurt. But it is what it is. But we'll see. The book, right? I have a 7.5. It's a UK Pence variant, which is pretty cool. Very limited count. But I wouldn't mind getting maybe an 8.5. But like I said, I'm happy with my 7.5. It's a great book. My personal grail, and also a great Bronze Age key to have. So specifically, like I said, not a big fan lately of creating comic book lists because it's like one of those things like if you shoot for something super high, like getting an ASM 1, and then you focus that whole year to get it, and then you don't get it for whatever reason, and you miss out on other books, then it's like, well, what the hell? It happens or the book shoots up in price for whatever reason. Maybe as a movie coming out, there's some speculation or so forth. So that's why it's like I kind of stay away from the gold books, unless it's like if I want to complete a run, get a cool variant that I was looking for, that I'm not really doing right now. I've been trying to cut back on what I purchase. I want to buy a lot less books than I do now. I will be dropping a video prior to this where I've already picked up like 2 or 3 books in January when I went to a comic book shop in Vermont. That was awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. But that being said, I kind of want to do something fun that my buddy Alex, the comic hoarder, did recently. He's going to do like a goal to do 1 book purchase a month. So like basically 12 books. And then like, maybe like 1 book or 2 books here and there, just casual read. And I'll do the same. I don't buy new comic books, but like once in a while I'll get like a random new book just for a casual read or something like that. So that would be a pretty fun goal for me. And I think I can do that. I'm not going to be hunting for like these massive grails or anything like that. Just like, a casual, cool wall book. Maybe it's like a $20 key, or a $100 key, or a $1,000 key. Whatever it may be. Maybe I'll have to trade a book to get a cool book. Be creative, like what I did in 2024. 2024 for me was like the year of the trade. I did some cool trades to get some really nice books that I didn't previously think I could get. If I could do that in 2025, great. I don't bust out the wallet and spend a few $100 on a book. I can use what I have as capital and trade it in. That's always fun, especially if it's a book I'm no longer interested in. But I want to do that. I want to test myself and see if I can do that. And that being said, I'm going to show you my first 1 big book that I got for 2025. And I have it right here right next to me if you guys are interested. So it's right here. So I'm going to show this off real quick. And hopefully I can stick with it for 2025. So in all fairness, I bought it in December. I bought it late December. It was in an auction house that I'm pretty familiar with this guy. He's a nice guy. I've met him before. And he's also partakes in the Antiques Roadshow. He's the pop culture guy, Travis Landry. You might have, be familiar with him. He recently started his own auction house. And one of the auctions he had, I ended up finding a cool book, and I was bidding live during the day. And I thought I bought it for a decent price. Had some issues with the shipping. New auction house, they outsourced shipping, which was kind of a pain in the ass. And I almost didn't get the book, to be honest. There was some big issues with the third party shipping. where they wanted to charge me upwards of $30 to $45 to ship one comic book, just one graded book, and I was like, honestly, I'm not going to pay it. I can do a submission to CGC and pay $30 to ship several books. So it's like 35 to 45 bucks for a book is kind of silly. Luckily, I am friends with his wife as well, because she used to be working at the previous auction house that I used to buy books from all the time, and she was familiar with me, and she was like, well, I'll have him drive it, send it over to me in Massachusetts, and then you can just pick it up one day, and then we'll be squared away. So I was very grateful that she was able to do that, and looks like going forward I'll be able to do that as well, especially if they have local auctions, which is nice. So rambling back and forth, yada yada yada. What's the book that I got? So I'm gonna just open this up, and we'll show you. All right. So the book in question. Shit. Boom. Savage Tales #1 at a CGC 9.0. Sorry, it's a little grainy. Using the laptop camera, which is kind of shitty. Sorry about that. But this is the first appearance of Man-Thing. Really cool. I've always, for the longest time, I didn't even know this was the first appearance of Man-Thing. I always saw this cover, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. Seeing this this character here with the beheaded, I guess, villain on there, or bad guy, or whoever. I don't know. I've never read this issue on there, and it says Ka-Zar Kills, The Coming of the Man-Thing. It's a 50-cent issue from May of 1971. He does not appear on the cover, which is too bad, but it is all good. It is a Lee Thomas and Conway Stories and John Buscema cover. Barry Windsor Smith, Romita, Morrow, Colin, and Buscema artwork. So this is the second comic title of Conan the Barbarian, obviously going back to the way back to the Robert E. Lee. The Robert E. Howard, not Robert E. Lee. Jeez. Adaptations. So origin of first appearance of the Man-Thing. Really nice copy. Pretty tough book to get in high grade. I know I was happy with it. When I saw it, it was up for auction, and I ended up picking it up. I was like, wow. Like I said, I almost didn't come home with it because of the whole shipping issue. But I am happy that this came home. And it looks every bit well of a 9.0. There's a little, corner thing there. Looks like the binding there looks pretty sharp. Yeah, really cool. And the back of it looks like a Beefo. 89% more beef in Beefo. If you like to draw for fun, we can help you draw for money. So there you go. This is my my one book purchase for, I guess we can do this I guess as January. January/February. Like I said, there's going to be months where I'm not going to be purchasing anything big, if funds are tight, and so forth. But that'll be one of my comic book goals for 2025 is just to try to buy one book a month and then go from there. I do have a nice little hidden project. I've been watching a lot of you guys' videos in the community on your 2025 goal books. I've been taking notes, and I'm going to try to help you guys out for some of them, especially some of the tough books, like some of the rare books, to see if I can help you guys acquire some of those goal list/grail books for 2025. So that'll be a fun little project for me to keep an eye out on. Granted, if one of your goal books is Giant Size X-Men #1, it's not a hard book to find. Those books are everywhere. It's going to be a matter of if you have the funds to actually purchase the book at the grade that you want. But if you have a rare book, I don't know, like say like a Captain Marvel Adventures from the Golden Age, a book that doesn't come up, too often. I'm not going to give much more information than that because that will give away one of the individual's goal list books for 2025. But if you have a book like that, I'm going to be keeping a close eye out for you. You know, I'm going to try to hook you up. I'm going to try to find it for you. And if I do, we'll do a little surprise on that. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you did, hit the the like button. If you comment down below, so forth, yada yada. If you hated the video, then hit the thumbs down. It's all good. It does not hurt me whatsoever. As long as you watch a little bit of it and you got some entertainment out of it, I am happy. So until next time, Mark Spector Comics.